Isn't it funny when you're in fantasy football, you watch all these games that have no interest at all? There's no other Sunday I would have been tuning in to the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and watching that whole game. But this particular Sunday I was. And I watched that like it was a Super Bowl. Welcome to Pigskin Passion TV. And it's your boy, the Black Mamba. It's season 2, episode number 99. And guys, we back. We back for the finale of the fantasy football year. No waiver wire this week, guys. Fantasy season is over. And your boy, the Black Mamba, is a back-to-back champion in fantasy football. That's right, you heard it. Back-to-back, baby. And even though I really wanted to win this week, guys, I really wanted to win after my opponent, Carolina Blue Aces. I made him an offer. And this is our second straight year playing in the championship game. I made him this offer last year, so I figured I'd do it again this year. And that was that we would split the pot. And guys, he told your boy no. Actually, I quote, "Let's play it out. May the best team win." End quote. Now, I thought my team was actually better than his, and I thought I had a better chance to win. If I thought my team was the lesser team, I wouldn't have made this offer. You know, I just wanted to make what I felt like was a fair offer and still be able to have bragging rights, but he didn't want that. So, guys, we were doing the same thing we did last year because he flat out turned me down. And I really wanted to win after that, guys. So, it was a roller coaster week. I started my week off, if you remember in my waiver wire video last week, I told you guys I was going to go out and pick up Tyjae Spears and the Seattle Seahawks, which I did. I put Tyjae in for Najee, and I put Seattle in for Buffalo. After I picked them, I was still torn whether I wanted to start Buffalo still or if I wanted to switch them out and go with Seattle. I decided to go with Seattle, and that decision played out to be like a really good decision because they got me 10 points over what they were projected to get. So I got off to a really good start, and he had Keenan Allen going in the same game, and he was underperforming. So my guys got 10 more, I think it was 10 more points than they were supposed to, and Keenan Allen got like 7 or 8 points less than what he was supposed to. So I was in the driver's seat on that Thursday night. And he had 2 players going on Saturday in Ladd McConkey and Trey McBride. So I was like, if these dudes here can underperform, or at worst case scenario for me, if they just get their projected score, I'm in great shape. Because really and truly, the only person I felt that was going to hurt me in his lineup was Baker Mayfield. And I watched the first game, and McConkey was out there. It was like him and Justin Herbert was just out there playing catch. The New England defense couldn't stop nothing. And I was like, man, this is going to be a long game. Luckily, they took him out somewhere in the fourth quarter. He probably would have had another 40 or 50 yards and maybe a touchdown if he had stayed out there. And so that didn't go good. He was over what his projection was. And then Trey McBride that night of all nights to catch his first touchdown pass of the year, it had to be in this game. He was out there going bonkers too, guys. And he was back in a good position after the Saturday night games. And I was thinking to myself, going into Sunday, I'm still in good shape. I just really don't need for Baker to go off. And isn't it funny when you're in fantasy football, you watch all these games that have no interest at all? There's no other Sunday I would have been tuning in to the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and watching that whole game. But this particular Sunday I was. And I watched that like it was a Super Bowl. And man, from the very beginning, Baker started out hot, and I was like, is this what today's going to be like with Baker? And I felt like he was the only person that could hurt me, and it was looking like he was really going to put some points up. And at no point in that game did Carolina put up any resistance to Baker Mayfield. Once the game started, I knew he was going to have a big day. The only way he didn't get 50-plus points was because they took him out early, because Baker was out there throwing that ball like he was playing for a bonus. I'm like, y'all run the ball in a little bit. He, even at the 1 yard line, he was throwing it to Mike Evans. So after that game, guys, I really felt like the fantasy championship was slipping out of my hands. You know, it was like the ebbs and flows of this weekend has been from one extreme to thinking I got this thing to the next extreme thinking that it's over. I'll be second place this year. So after those 1 o'clock games, he was in really good shape. He had 100 points going into those afternoon games. I was like, hopefully some of his players were underproduced and, you know, give me a chance. He had AJ Brown. I didn't feel like he was going to hurt me because Jalen Hurts wasn't playing, but I felt like Brandon Aubrey could really put a dagger in this thing, and he only got 1 point. Luckily, they got down early, and kicking field goals was not a thing for them. And I was really surprised that the New York Giants were able to hang a 45 burger on the Colts defense, which really, between those two, that really put me back in the game. So after the 4 o'clock games, I was like, if I can be within 50 points, I got a chance. And I felt good after the 4 o'clock games because I still had Jaden Daniel and Jahmyr Gibbs to go. Those were my two of my best players. So I was like, I still got a chance if I'm within 50 points. So down by 43 with Jaden playing, I was like, if Jaden can just get me anywhere between 25 and 33 points, I think Jahmyr can take me over the top. And once the game started, the game script seemed like it wasn't going like I was hoping it was going to go, but Jaden was out there rushing for quite a few yards. I knew he would get some rush yards, but when he started closing in on 100, I was like, if he can get 100, then that really is going to put me where I need to be. And he may be able to close this thing out for me tonight where I don't even need Jahmyr to even get any points tomorrow. I'm already the champ. So once it went into overtime and they got the ball, I knew I was in good shape. By the end of that game, guys, your boy was down 110.96 to 110.38 or something like that. So I only needed like 0.6 to win. And hey, the rest is history. Gibbs went out there. He got me 6 yards, and I was the fantasy champ. And guys, it was a weekend where I was like, man, I as you can see, I had Joe Burrow on the bench with 46.98 points, and I was sweating the whole time. As I told you guys, each week I always make the wrong decision with the quarterback. And even this week, I still did it. I made the wrong decision. Luckily, it didn't come back to bite me in the butt. But, I mean, I had 47 points here laying on the bench, and I'm thinking, man, I'm going to be kicking myself in the butt thinking about this if Jaden somehow doesn't get me what I need. But it happened, guys. So it was a good problem to have, but it could also be annoying to have 2 top-tier quarterbacks like I did. Next year, this league, we're going to do something new in this league. And if you guys will help your boy out, beat it up in the comments. So next year, we're going to have a keeper league. And as you can see here, I got 4 guys that I can choose from. I'm pretty much going to narrow it down to 2. I can either keep Jaden Daniels, Jahmyr Gibbs, Justin Jefferson, or Joe Burrow. And I think I'm going to keep either Jaden Daniel or Joe Burrow. I'm not really sure. I'm thinking Jaden Daniel simply because his ceiling is going to be higher, being able to rush. So I'm leaning toward him, but also Joe Burrow. Joe's just an assassin back there in that pocket. So I got a decision to make. But Beat it up for me, guys, in the comments. And I hope that you guys who were in the championship game this week, I hope you were victorious as well. And for those of you who were, congratulations. For those of you who were not, still congratulations, because it's a lot of work that goes into getting to that championship game. You have to have luck, and you have to have the horses, and you have to have a great game from those guys. So yeah, guys, you have it right there. Your boy Black Mamba is the 2024 fantasy champ. And guys, there you have it. Do me a favor. Spike that like, comment, subscribe. And it's your boy, the Black Mamba, out.